Hey there, food fans. Welcome back to the Food for Thoughtcast with me, your host, Melissa Reagan, and my co-host with the most is Chef Steven Gonzalez. Steve, I have missed you. Where have you been?
Around
Around, here and there,
here,
stuff,
there, everywhere.
doing
Around
stuff, doing
doing
stuff.
stuff and more stuff and
And
stuff.
Steve and I's work and travel schedules haven't been able to align. So, welcome back, Steve.
I know. I think we're a little overdue.
Just a wee bit. How you been, buddy? You all right?
I've been good. What about yourself?
Yeah, hanging in there. Just
Going
crushing
through
life.
ringer. There
Crushing
you
life,
go.
basically. Like, can't. It's my only option. In the immortal words of one Eminem, success is my only mother effing option. Failure's not. Uh,
There you go.
Steve, what was the most amazing thing you ate this week?
I would have to say we're keeping it simple. Right now we got Wagyu on sale at my store. So ribeyes it was. Simple, salted, cooked on a cast iron, nice
Mm,
perfect mid rare.
mm.
And I think it was just literally a steak and onions. And it's all it was. It was great.
Yeah, but it's Wagyu. Like, you don't need anything else. Did you put butter or no?
No,
Just salt or salt and pepper?
salt and pepper. That's it.
Nice.
And then
Nice.
I bought like that duck fat spray. So of course
Mm-hmm.
it was duck fatty and wagyu and delicious. So yeah.
My bad. That's
What about
amazing. Last week, I would say that it was probably these chicken soup dumplings that I cooked up. Like, I didn't make the dumplings themselves, but I did like a hoisin Korean barbecue sauce kind of glaze on them. But I did them like gyoza style, and I don't know if that's totally like sacrilegious for soup dumplings, but I steamed them and then like browned them in the pan, and they were incredible. So kind of like hoisin Korean barbecue sauce with broth at the end of the day, and then they're filled with chicken broth themselves. So they
yeah.
were really good. They were really, really good. This week, I would venture to say I haven't cooked the most amazing thing I will eat yet. I'm going to make pork chops this week where it's going to sound a little lowbrow, but stay with me here. You make a topping out of with a little mayo, garlic and onion powder, like Italian seasoning and parm, and it makes like a crust on the pork chops, but then the fat and the mayo like baste it. You know what I mean? Like keeps it moist.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna marinate. I'm gonna do the pork chops in a brine with like a little bit of beer in it, so they're super tender, and I'll like stab the crap out of them with a fork. They're like really thick loin chops, and then I'll just pat them dry and do some black pepper, and then I'm gonna spread that mixture all over the top. And then whatever is remaining, I'm going to do like a sheet pan meal. Whatever's remaining of that mixture, I'm going to mix it with a little Caesar dressing and toss all the rest of it with broccoli florets that I cut up and like bake it all on the same sheet pan. So I'm super looking forward to it. It'll be like Parm Krispies and like the fat from the mayo and like it's going to taste all buttery and it's going to be really good.
Heck yeah.
So
The way it should be.
yeah, it's not haute cuisine by any means, but it's super exciting. I made tater tot casserole a couple weeks ago. It was phenomenal.
Ooh, I like that.
Have you ever had that?
No. Tell me about it.
Oh, so tater tot casserole, or you could call it in the Midwest a hot dish. Um, we'll get into the differences later, but um, usually it is a pound of ground beef, and some people do like a bag of five-way veg, so like lima, corn, shortcut, green bean. What else is in five-way, Steve? Peas and carrots. Or sometimes people will do like just peas and carrots, or sometimes people will do like just corn. I just had frozen vegetables. We talked about before. When I go to Aldi, I buy $80 worth of vegetables. I process them all on the same day and freeze them. So I just like grabbed handfuls and handfuls. Like I just like mixture of vegetables on
Yeah.
hand. Can of cream of your choice. I like to use cream of chicken sometimes, cream of mushroom, whatever it is. Cream of celery, cream of cheddar, whatever, and then a couple handfuls of cheese, and you put it all in a 9 by 13, and you line the tater tots up on top like little soldiers, and you cook it till it's bubbly and golden brown. So
Interesting.
it's not fancy, but it's delicious. It's just meat and taters. We had a a long period of like cooler weather with rain here, so I just wanted something kind of comforting and easy.
Sounds like it was delicious.
Dude, it was delicious. And the cool thing is like, I don't know, for one person like me, the smallest amount of tater tots you can buy is a 2 pound bag. So I have the things to make it again. Like, I'm like super excited about it. I'm like very excited about it. So.
See, I would probably do like the ground beef, a lot of onions, garlic, throw some mushrooms in there, maybe some
Mm-hmm.
carrots. Um, as far as green vegetables, man, I'd probably do like I don't even know what I would do,
Well,
but
the beauty of it is like if you don't want a
casserole,
green,
whatever you
yeah,
want.
yeah, if you don't want a green vegetable in there, you don't have to do it. You know what I
True,
mean?
but you got to have the green vegetable. You got to.
Do you?
Yeah, it's
For
a
you, for you, you can just who said so?
people. Don't.
Oh, the people heard you.
Yeah. Do you know
Um,
that person? They said
that
so. You
one
said
person that they said
yeah,
so.
yeah.
So it sounds like they're related to some parents, like because I said so, like all the same group of people. Um, the beauty about it is you can use whatever you like. I think you could pull a page out of your meal prepping book and you could put. It would probably take 4 pounds of raw spinach to cook down to a 9 by 13's worth
Or you
of
could get
cooked spinach.
frozen spinach.
You could.
Make
I
sure
kind
you
of,
thaw it out so
I
that
kind
way
of
it's not all water.
hate frozen spinach for anything except for spinach dip. Like I don't know,
Yeah, I can see.
manicotti, I guess.
Yeah, I'd probably, but yeah, all that with some tater tots, that'd be pretty delicious. And cream of mushroom. Yeah.
I've seen some variations where you do it with shredded hash browns on top instead.
Oh, I'd be about that too.
I would totally
Any kind
mess
of
with
potato.
that. Any kind of potato, truly.
Yeah.
Well, today, in case everybody else didn't figure out, but Steve already knew because I sent him a text like 2 weeks ago. We're going to talk about casserole. Casserole.
Casserole
Steve,
day.
did you eat casserole growing up?
From time to time, I'm pretty sure I did. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what kind of casseroles we had, but like we probably did. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like anything notable.
I I'm pretty sure there was some, but I don't remember eating a whole lot of casseroles. My mom's probably going to be listening to this saying, "You idiot!
Yes,
Don't
you
you
did.
remember all the casseroles I made every single day?" My mom did make a killer breakfast casserole, though. I will say that.
Oh, I love it. Was it like in the quiche variety, or was it more like a
Yeah,
strata that had like bread in it, or what?
yeah. It was a combination of all that stuff. It was
I
always really
love it.
good.
I
Yeah.
love it so much. Um, so casserole is interesting because I think the most famous casserole that everybody would know would be lasagna,
I thought you
technically.
were
Like, yeah, pot pie. Like, it's interesting, right? So they, a lot of people think the history of casserole comes from the French word, like you've heard of cassoulet, the dish. Yeah. So, but essentially, like the word refers to anything that's put in a wide, usually earthenware dish and baked. And so, like every culture around the world has their one pot meals. I know the Spanish variation of cassoulet really well, where you're using like white beans and uh, pork and leftover chicken and little bits of onion and bacon, or maybe it's like discard from Serrano ham or whatever, but like kind of that variation, breadcrumbs and butter on top. The French variation is like a little bit more subdued in its flavor. It's usually thyme. Sometimes they'll deglaze that mixture with brandy, with cream in it, but still bean based. When I was growing up, we had King Ranch casserole. Have you ever had that, Steve?
Yeah, King Ranch was good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
King Ranch,
we
especially
had
in
it from time to
Texas.
time.
Like, huh?
We had it from time to time. I think.
I like it a lot. Now, some of the older variations of King Ranch would have water chestnuts in it. Have you ever experienced that?
I don't think I had it with water chestnuts.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. What I think is really interesting is when people take a dish that exists already and make it into a casserole because they like layer the components. So, like, I don't know if you've ever had like enchilada casserole, but it's basically where the enchiladas are just like unrolled, and, like tortillas are like layered flat.
You know what I do instead of doing that? I just cut up my tortillas in a bunch of little squares and then just mix it all up that way.
Yeah, I mean it's basically like chili killies, right? But like you put it like all together, and
Yeah.
I've seen some people top their King Ranch casserole. It was too many words. It was never going to work.
King
Um, King Ranch casserole. I've seen some people top it with ranch or cheese Doritos or like nacho cheese Doritos. Yeah, and I worked at places that made it with torn up corn tortillas, or they made it with chips, which I think I'm like, well, the end product is soggy, so I don't know that it matters. But
Yeah, it's all gonna be soft.
but yeah, most of the time it's like cream of something soup. It's wherever you grew up, whatever your preference. Corn tortillas, chicken, cheddar cheese, sometimes Rotel, sometimes green chilies, sometimes both, sometimes sour cream. So I really like it. You say bell peppers?
Yeah.
So in my 20s, it's crazy, right? Like in my 20s, I wouldn't touch a green bell pepper, but the way that I would kill a man now for that supreme pizza flavor in everything, like green bell peppers, I'm just like, I have to have them now. So I'm not really quite sure like how that change happened. But yeah, you just go through phases as you grow or as you learn more about like what you like or whatever. But yeah, I would put green bell peppers in a King Ranch casserole. Some people I know put black olives in it.
I that would be me. I like.
I would do that. Steve, have you ever had
cheese? Oh yeah.
With where?
With all that cheese in your King Ranch
Oh
casserole?
God, I thought you said especially with peas, and I was gonna be like, well, the podcast has been fun. I was like, well, why are you ruining black olives with peas?
The good ease.
Cheese. Got it. Understood. Oh my God. I was like, oh, Steven, no, you've crossed the line.
No peas.
No. Steve, have you ever had chicken spaghetti?
Yes.
Yeah, like Velveeta, Rotel, sometimes black olives, chicken noodles.
Yeah.
So interestingly, in all my research for this episode, there were a lot of things I came across that I don't think fit the casserole definition, which is where you're like layering items, right?
Yeah.
There were a lot of things like baked spaghetti recipes, $1 million spaghetti, essentially where you add like Italian sausage and cream cheese to it, chicken spaghetti, or people are just putting it in a Pyrex. And I'm like, well, that's not really a casserole. So in the upper Midwest, people call casseroles hot dish. It refers to both the pan that you make it in and the item itself. A tater tot hot dish is probably one of the most famous.
Hot dish.
It's a hot dish. It's like the hot dish that you bring, like a covered dish, or you take it to a potluck or whatever. In the South and Texas, the casserole is also the dish, right? So it's one of those things where if you go digging, you're going to find 15,000 different answers and variations. But what I think is really interesting is all the casseroles that came out of the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. And I don't know how much food TikTok you watch, but it seems like things like this are making a resurgence. Neiman Marcus casserole is one. Have you ever heard of that, Steve?
No. Tell me about that one.
So Neiman Marcus casserole is really interesting. It is chicken. I gotta pull it up here. Starts about the same as everything else, but you have shredded cooked chicken. So this would be like a good opportunity to use rotisserie, or you could boil it and shred it yourself. Cream of chicken soup, sour cream, cheddar cheese, green onions, slivered almonds, crumbled bacon, couple dashes of hot sauce, and the topping is a sleeve of crushed Ritz crackers that you combine with melted butter. Like, I'm in.
I mean,
I'm 100% in.
You lost me at the almonds. You got me back with the bacon. And then you kind of lost me a little bit again with the topping, the crushed Ritz crackers.
Would you just do butter, breadcrumbs?
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of like all that stuff. Like when people put breadcrumbs on like mac and cheese and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Thing.
Do you think mac and cheese is a casserole?
You know what? I was going to ask that too. Especially when it's in a dish. It's not really a casserole unless
I think it's just a bake.
Make it a casserole.
Yeah.
Mac and cheese casserole.
Okay. What would you layer it with? I think it's slices of ham.
See, you're going to think I'm disgusting for this, but like when I was in Boy Scouts many, many, many years ago, my favorite thing was like mac and cheese. They would throw cream of mushroom in there, and they would throw tuna fish.
Yeah, I know you were going to say tuna. I hate it. I hate it so much.
I loved it. Loved it.
There's one time I used to make tuna noodle casserole for my parents a lot when
Uh-huh.
I was cooking meals for my mom and my stepdad before I moved away, and I would make it for them. They really liked it, and I would go like cream of mushroom, use egg noodles, sour cream, green onions, and tuna. I made a variation, well, like, but no topping, right? Like we just pour it in, bake it until it's bubbly. I made a variation. Now I've never put tuna with mac and cheese, but I know that people have with peas,
Yeah.
like the boxed Kraft kind, right? Like, you know, I made tuna noodle casserole one time for myself and actually like crushed it hard because I couldn't taste the tuna. And you know why? You know why? It's
It was cheap.
because, well, it was because, no, I actually used tuna, but it was because I crushed up Cool Ranch Doritos and made them the topping because I wanted to mask the tuna flavor. So
No, I
I was
embrace it.
saying, so this Neiman Marcus casserole, I think the almonds are like a big holdover from the 50s. Almonds were like in a lot of stuff, just a
Yeah.
ton of things where maybe they didn't have any business. For me, I like a Ritz, a buttered, crushed up cracker crust or like topping on squash casserole. But I think in this instance, I would forego that and I would probably put French fried onions on top of this.
See, I could do that, but
Yeah.
like the crackers and all that, the breadcrumbs, not my thing.
Oh, Steve. Okay, so what if you took this recipe, cooked chicken, canned cream of chicken soup, sour cream, 2 cups shredded cheddar cheese, sliced green onions, crumbled bacon, and on top you put the French fried jalapenos, and it became like chicken jalapeno popper casserole. Let's go.
Sounds like it would be delicious
Let's go.
and that I would crush it.
I would crush it so. I'm
Uh,
hungry right now. See, I can't be hungry when we podcast.
I'm hungry because I just had dinner
And I can't. I
and
to, Today I ate too much food. I went to cook out. I got a tray. You get a you choose an entree, and you can choose 2 more entrees as your sides for the tray, and it's ridiculously cheap. But I got a burger, a quesadilla, and onion rings, and crushed it. Went to Chick-fil-A and got an ice cream cone. Crushed that. Had two Pop Tarts for dinner. Crushed those. Now I feel like I would like to die, but food still feels good. But it feels like it's right here. Food still sounds good, I mean, but it feels like it's right here.
do you have worms or something? Like, what's causing you to be so hungry?
No, I just the meds that I take for diabetes really make my appetite fluctuate. So when I feel real hunger, which is really rare, I honor that and I go get it. Or if I have a craving that's really specific, like I go do it. But now at the end of the day, I'm like, oh yeah, it all caught up. Now my full switch is flipped and I'm full. Did you have steak for dinner tonight, Steve?
No, we had pizza. We had leftover pizza from
Ooh.
Costco. It was that deep dish one.
Mm.
It
Like
was pretty good.
Chicago deep dish or like
Like
just thick?
Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah, Detroit style.
Nice. I love
So
that. What kind was
speak-
it?
it was pepperoni, and yeah.
Nice.
But speaking of which, so we got stranded in Chicago coming back from Michigan last week, and of course we had to go honor and go eat at Lou Malnati's.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Oh yeah, it was good. So would a deep dish pizza from Chicago be considered a casserole?
Hell no.
You could put a lot of stuff in there, like
I
a
don't
casserole.
think so. I don't think so. I don't want to give. I
I mean, I
don't
know
want to
it's
give.
not, but could it be?
I don't want to give that deep dish pizza any more legitimacy than it already like meh. I don't want to give it any airtime.
Yeah.
So casserole. So we talked about tater tot casserole, tuna noodle casserole. Popular 50s recipe. Jackie Kennedy was a sour cream and noodle bake. Really popular, and it would be popular today. You know why?
Why?
Because it has cottage cheese in it. Because why not? Because everything has to have cottage cheese in it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it tastes good though. I'm sure it tastes really good.
Yeah.
So,
What about like What do you think a good summer casserole would be? Because I mean, I know that when we think of casseroles, we think cold weather, but couldn't you do like a summer casserole too?
You mean like with summer flavors?
Yeah, well, I guess.
Well, to me, like the height of summer casserole in the South is yellow squash casserole. Squash casserole.
Okay.
To me, that says summer. Um, I don't know. I never think about. It's not that I don't eat them while it's hot outside. I don't think about them. They're like not in my orbit when it's hot outside,
True.
unless I want something that's really easy. Well, what do you think?
I mean, I think of like yeah, the Mexican chicken casserole or like the summer squash casserole, but
Mm.
like I guess I mean you could do like the cheeseburger casseroles and stuff like that too. Like that's, but it's still kind of too heavy though. Like I don't know. Some people make some casseroles in the summer and it's great and all, but like
So
if
I
you
like
want to make it lighter,
one
I
of
guess.
the
Huh?
one of the things. Sorry, one of the things that I like to make, and I don't like um, well, irregardless isn't a word, but something I was going to say, I was going to start with it.
Like this.
Irrespective. I think that's a word. Re- it doesn't matter what the weather is here. Yeah, we'll say it like that. Man, podcasting's hard. It doesn't matter what the weather is outside. One thing that I like to make a lot is like, you remember the enchiritos, like the Taco
Yeah.
Bell? So I'll make them like deconstructed, but like in the casserole. So like bean, beef, cheese, tortilla, and cut it and bake it till it's like ooey gooey. Like cut them into squares. And the reason I like it in the summer is because I'm hitting it with like lettuce, tomatoes, sour cream, and black olives, and like enchilada sauce on top. So it's that summertime thing that I like of hot meets cold. So
Huh.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about like a? So, what's your take on breakfast casseroles? What,
Love it.
what
Absolutely love it.
what's your ideal breakfast casserole?
So my ideal breakfast casserole probably doesn't count as a casserole, but I'm a really big fan of Spanish tortilla. Have you had
Okay.
it?
Yes.
Yeah, but you eat it cold, so I guess that kind of makes like a really good summer casserole, if I had to say, right? Because you are layering like onion, potato, egg. You cook it
Yep.
mostly on the stove though, and not in a casserole dish. See, we really did it now, Steve.
Went down that rabbit hole.
We've followed all the rabbits down. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, interesting. Okay, so what about a vegetable pave? Like where it's basically ratatouille without tomato sauce, where you're like layering roasted veggies and sometimes like clarified butter, garlic, onion. That could be a good for the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like the zucchini lasagna like roll.
Yeah. I love that stuff. Like rollatinis, but with zucchini or eggplant.
Yeah, and that's because I hate zucchini, but even I eat that stuff.
Really? You would hate. I love food history, and I always look around for things to revitalize or revisit or make new things to me. And so I was reading this week about mock apple pie. Um, Mock apple pie is like what you can do with zucchini if you have a lot. So this was kind of invented as a fun way to get people to eat more zucchini when their crops were like going crazy. They just couldn't eat anymore the regular way. And so you peel it and then you core it like quite aggressively with like a Parisienne scoop or like a teaspoon down the middle. And then you cut it to where it looks like sliced apples and you prepare it for canning with like sugar, salt, apple pie spice, nutmeg, brown sugar, molasses, and everything else. And you literally bake it in a pie shell with streusel on top as apple pie. It sounds like your worst nightmare.
That does. That
Yeah.
sounds pretty atrocious.
I almost feel like you have to try it. Like I feel like you would really like the finished product actually.
I don't know, man.
Mock apple pie
That's,
filling.
ugh.
You hate zucchini? Remind me why you hate zucchini.
Because it's usually whenever I have it, it's overcooked. It's spongy.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
But
I
if you deep fry it and throw a bunch of marinara or ranch, it's fine.
Steve, have you ever eaten at Maggiano's?
Yes.
Yeah, their fried zucchini is baller. Like it's so
It's
good.
good.
Not just saying that because I used to work out. I used to work there. Shout out to Brinker, but it's really delicious and they make it from scratch. So
Yeah. No, I mean I don't hate zucchini, I'll eat it, but like I will begrudgingly eat it, you know?
mm, mm,
So but I'll still eat it.
yeah, I want to tell you something interesting about hot dishes and casserole.
Tell me.
So the term hot dish kind of entered the public lexicon in the 1890s. The term casserole had been around since the 1830s. Neither one of them kind of took the form that we would know today until the end of the 1930s, and they ended up being a regional difference. So hot dishes were kind of in this conversation about the role of women feeding communities, a lot of charity things, churches type deals, right? Casserole came into like the national consciousness as a way for middle class families to get by. It was about stretching what you had.
Yeah.
So two very different things kind of ended up looking the same, but like from very different roots and
The
backgrounds.
same
And I
but
think that's like
different.
really, really interesting. I think it kind of depends on where you grew up. I know some people that wouldn't look twice at a can of cream of anything. And I get it. Like, I think you can make a white sauce too, and it's fine. But like, sorry, there's something I really like about cream of mushroom soup. I would never eat it as soup. It's just good food glue for other things.
I like it as a soup. Get out of here with that nonsense.
Well, I'm talking about the can. Like, I wouldn't open that.
Oh,
And yeah. But let me
from scratch,
clarify.
yes. Like
Yeah,
okay, I
like
see
yeah,
that.
from
From scratch,
scratch
yes.
all day long with like
From a can.
brandy and caramelized shallots and like hell yeah. I would totally. And I love shiitakes in mine. Something about that really like smoky, meaty flavor that you get from shiitakes that I think makes it really special. But yeah, a can of cream of mushroom, I'm only using it to glue other things together. I'm not doing like I'm not eating it as soup. That's weird. You think baked ziti is a casserole?
I'd consider it. What about goulash?
See, I don't put goulash in the oven. Make mine on the stove.
That could be a stovetop casserole.
Eh,
Ah, uh-huh.
It's not a but if you don't put it in the casserole, it's not a casserole.
But it could be.
Mm.
I feel like you just not
And
seeing eye to eye right
that's okay. We don't often. It's not necessary.
now. I'm
Uh,
in the country and you're a little rock and roll. I get it, okay?
yeah, we're Marie and Donnie all the way. So
Uh,
casserole is really interesting because the technical definition is a kind of stew or dish that is cooked slowly in an oven. So I suppose anything you cooked in a Dutch oven on the stove, you could even put that pan right in the oven, and then you're like, bing, bang, boom, it's casserole. I don't know.
yeah.
The idea of the casserole pan became really familiar or became really popular in the 50s and 60s when Campbell's A came out with all their condensed soup. B, it was Pyrex, kind of the age of Pyrex, marketed by the Crown Capital Glass Company Limited. It was this brand new tempered glass that you could cook in without any risk of it shattering or anything like that, and kind of the magic was born. So really interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Go ahead.
let's say there's really no fun facts about casserole, you know?
Only fun casseroles, though.
Like what?
All right. So some celebrities have casseroles named after them.
Like?
So Dolly Parton's 5-layer casserole, which I have a theory. There's a regional, I'll call it a specialty. There's a regional casserole called shipwreck casserole. That's one of those things, kind of like King Ranch, that has, depend on who you ask, where you live, where you grew up. But essentially, you take sliced potatoes and you layer on ground beef, onion, tomato, and bell pepper. Whether or not you put cream of something soup is really your call. Usually it gets topped with cheese. But that's Dolly Parton's 5-layer casserole. If you Google shipwreck casserole, you'll find dozens of variations, all really similar to this. sometimes with tomato, sometimes with bell pepper, sometimes with both. But it's basically layered potato, like meat and potatoes, essentially, dressed up.
Can you do dessert casseroles?
Yeah, I think so.
Like
I
what?
think so. So I think if you made a hot version of strawberry shortcake, you could do dumplings instead. Like in the South, a lot of cobbler has a hot dumpling in it. So it could be like strawberries, strawberry puree, maybe custard and like a biscuit dumpling. And then like you could do like whipped cream on the top. Like hot. So you bake it all together.
So
Really, cobbler. I think cobbler is like dessert
that was kind
casserole.
of my question. Like a
Yeah.
casserole.
See, that's a whole other thing too. Is like cobbler grunts, buckles, crisps, all that. Those are all in their own family. But
Yeah.
essentially, yeah, if you layered something and baked it in a casserole, if you're in the South, right? If you're in the upper Midwest, hot dish.
Right.
I want to go to Minnesota and tell them like, hey, peach cobbler is a hot dish. And then they'd be like, those are fighting words. Yeah. So interesting. John Wayne apparently inspired a casserole that has ground beef, onion, bell pepper, rotel, taco seasoning, sour cream, mayonnaise, dressing mix, cheddar cheese, and then you put biscuits on top.
Otherwise known as the Marion.
Yeah, the Marion. Meh. I want to say it to his. I want to say it to his face. Jackie Kennedy's sour cream noodle casserole. So egg noodles, creamy cottage cheese, sour cream, and chives. No hard topping, no crunchy topping. See, I don't mind. I don't want crunchy topping on the mac and cheese, but I don't mind it on other things.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Yeah. So there's tuna.
Depends on my mood and how hungry I am.
Right? There's tuna noodle. So let's see what Thermo Cookery says about 15 forgotten casseroles that were once non-negotiable. I bet there are some horrific things in here.
Intrigued.
Let's go. Let's go do it. Oh, that's not bad. Corn casserole. You've had this.
Yeah.
Cornbread mix, buttermilk, cream corn, sometimes whole corn, cheese. It's not my super favorite. I like kind of the grown-up version of it, corn pudding, better, where you like whip egg whites and kind of make like it's just closer to a souffle, but with like cornmeal. Have you had that one?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, corn pudding it's just a little bit different. It's less cornbready, less like a stuffing, and it's more like a timbal. You know what I mean? More like it's like a custard and egg white and like cream corn and yeah, more like a souffle. Hash brown casserole. How can we forget? Hash brown casserole. Layered up shredded potatoes, cheddar cheese, cream, milk, sometimes ham, sometimes bacon. What about green bean casserole, Steve? Your favorite? Your favorite?
Actually, I used to like green bean casserole when I was a kid, only because it was all so covered up with cream and mushroom soup.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. So, of course, there's squash casserole in the South. See, this is where everything gets a little bit blurry. It's Neiman Marcus casserole all throughout the middle of the country. The further north you go, it's chicken Ritz casserole. Same exact. Almost down to it, except for no bacon. Leave it to the South to add bacon where it's needed. Tater tot breakfast casserole. This was in the 40s and 50s. Eggs and sausage, basically like a quiche. Bake it halfway and layer the tater tots on top.
Huh.
What about one of the most famous casseroles? Shepherd's pie. What say you?
I like it.
I love it.
Muy bueno.
You prefer yours with lamb?
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Scallop potatoes with ham and cheese. It is layered and in a casserole. Baked in a casserole dish.
Let's see.
I'm just saying.
Well, let's see what people are saying on Reddit. What is your favorite casserole recipes? What are your favorite casserole recipes? Can't read no good, Lieutenant Melissa.
He ain't got no eyes, Lieutenant Dan.
Blackberry Jack Daniels. That's just an
It's
ad. Never
cobbler.
mind. There's no blackberry Jack Daniels
That's a
casserole.
cobbler.
Yeah. Let's see. Someone put enchilada casserole. Yum. Deviating from the question, but as a non-American, I'm now very confused as to what a casserole is after reading these replies. Where I'm from, a casserole is meat stewed in some form of gravy for several hours. Let's see. If you're craving lasagna but don't have the time or energy, try making a casserole using frozen meat ravioli. Oh, that would be good. Minnesotan here, we call it hot dish, and it is the food of my people. Tater tot hot dish. You just talked about that. Shepherd's pie. You just talked about that.
Hey, that Midwestern mom on Facebook. I wish she would come on our show sometime. She says that the Midwest is where people season their food with soup. She's not wrong.
Interesting. A
She's not
quiche
wrong.
kind of casserole. My mom's chicken broccoli rice casserole. That sounds pretty good.
That's a classic, chicken, broccoli, and rice. I love that one, actually. But to me, it has to have Velveeta or it's not. It ain't right.
Yeah. I love a breakfast casserole. Let's see. We love good tuna casserole in my house. Mackerel works nicely too, or canned salmon. Interesting.
Oh, God.
My mom made this Campbell recipe taco bake that I loved growing up, and as an adult, I make it but add bell peppers and onions.
Mm,
I even top with plain Greek yogurt or sour cream and avocado. Interesting.
nice.
Chicken pot pie casserole with biscuits. Yum. Not
Yeah.
really casserole, but I put chicken thighs in a casserole dish on top of a bed of prepared stovetop stuffing mix and pour Italian dressing over it.
Dear
Bacon
God, that sounds
done.
amazing.
Well, whoever wrote that is deleted now.
How do you feel about when people take dishes, kind of like we talked about enchilada casserole, but they take other dishes and layer all the things and they call it casserole? Example would be Reuben casserole. Layered sauerkraut, Swiss cheese, Thousand Island, and sliced corned beef with cubed rye bread. He's speechless. Just make the sandwich.
Make the damn sandwich.
Make the damn sandwich.
Sounds good though. I'd be about it.
I just can't I can't imagine making a 9x13 of it and having to eat it more than once. Like I want somebody else to make it and just have me a portion, like a corner.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a lot of Thousand Island and it's warm. Like something about it is not appealing to me. There is a pop culture phenomenon casserole. It's been featured on a couple of sitcoms called Johnny Marzetti. Johnny Marzetti is from Ohio. And the casserole has all sort of cousins regionally: Slumgullion, American chop suey, goulash, or burger mac, right? So this one, the traditional one is mushrooms, olive oil, onion, garlic, bell pepper, diced tomatoes, tomato paste, broccoli, cheddar cheese, Parmesan, cooked elbow macaroni, and ground beef. Very goulashy.
Yep.
Very goulashy.
So what about Thanksgiving casserole?
You mean like where you put everything together? And yes.
Casserole.
Please count me in, please.
Do you do that?
I don't, mainly because I don't super eat Thanksgiving. Now, I like everything on a sandwich after. I will say that we haven't talked to each other in quite a while. I put turkey tenderloins and cream of chicken soup and sour cream and stovetop into the crock pot, and I ate it with a can of cranberry sauce. It was incredible.
Interesting.
It was really, really good. I basically made turkey and dressing in the crock pot. Would I call it a casserole? Not necessarily. I didn't layer anything, and I didn't cook it in a casserole. But yeah, it's definitely an easy. I pushed the easy button on that for sure.
Sounds like something I would do too.
You don't let yourself eat carbs though.
I do.
Yeah, you just
I've been
stovetop.
slacking off.
Do
I've been slacking off a lot.
you think
Well,
chili? You think chili Frito pie is casserole
it could be. Yeah.
if you bake it?
Yeah. Only if you bake it.
Only if you bake it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know.
When's the last time you made a casserole, Steve?
Uh, Probably last winter.
What was it? Do you remember?
It was enchilada casserole, actually. Green chili chicken enchilada casserole.
Hell yes. That
It
sounds
was
so good.
it was amazing.
Did you use a cream of something, or did you make your own verde sauce, or like what? How was? What did it look like?
So we did tortillas, chicken, cheese, uh, mushrooms, onions, garlic. I used like a green chili stew, and that was like my mix, and yeah, tons and tons of cheese.
It sounds
What
so
else did I
good.
do? Like I also did some. Did I say mushrooms? Because we threw mushrooms in there. Um, Bell peppers, and then of course you gotta throw in like your chicken bouillon to make it like really salty because that's the only way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was just and pork rinds too.
Golly, that sounds really good.
Something about pork rinds that just make it 10 times better.
It sounds really, really good. One of the things that I like to make that's similar is tamale pie, where I
Oh,
make like taco meat, black beans, and I use enchilada sauce, but I'll dress it up. I'll put like different other chilies in it, um, sometimes corn, and put it in a cast iron and pour cornbread mix over the top, and then cheese. Yeah, it's like taco pie, tamale pie, whatever.
and
It's really
lots of
good.
peas. I'm kidding.
Yeah, and extra peas. Ugh.
Ah,
I love peas. The thing is they have their place, but sometimes if you put peas in something, then it just becomes pea flavored. Like it's the only thing that you can automatically tell they're in there, and then it overpowers the. It drives me crazy. I
I
don't
like
know.
this pea flavored casserole. Peas,
That's
not
that's
pea like
that's
yeah,
PEA. Everybody,
yeah, pea.
PEAS. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it, and you said it. I was like, this is sound like urine. Yep.
No, we do not put urine in our casseroles, and
Nope.
if you do, please don't.
This
That's not what
isn't
it's for.
this isn't that kind of podcast.
Yeah. This
Nope.
isn't onlypans.com.
OnlyPans. Yeah. So some of the most famous casseroles from across some regions of the world would be Lancashire hot pot. So that would be in England from Lancashire. Very, very similar to kind of like American chop suey, but like meat, potatoes,
Meat and
uh,
potatoes.
you know, really tasty things. Casserole, obviously, in France and Spain has their own version. Moussaka in Greece, so that's like a layered meat, eggplant, cheese, and timbalo in Italy, which is it's really really similar to kind of like lasagna, but usually has rice. So it's like layered like rice, potatoes, vegetable,
Um,
meat, or fish. So
that's yum.
I like it. I like it. So in
Huh.
in the UK, they say that they cook stews on a stovetop and casseroles in the oven, and that's how they differentiate. But um,
Yeah.
yeah, man, I
That's
love
yum.
it. So I love it. It kind of makes me want to cook one. Do you think you'll cook one anytime soon
Maybe in a couple months when it starts to cool
when it
off.
gets cold? What's the weather been like there?
It rained today. It brought
Mm,
out all the people.
mm,
But it's been hot. It's been hot. A little humid actually for being in the desert. It's crazy.
nice.
Tomorrow will be very humid because it rained today.
It'll be
And
super sticky. We had a couple of days of that. We had like 4 or 5 days of straight rain. Right now, we don't get above 87 for the next 10 days. I'm looking forward to it. So
nice.
yeah, but it's going to be sticky because North Carolina, because hashtag North Carolina. Um, but it's okay. Like there's also been a really nice breeze where I think we're getting wind off the coast. There's a hurricane coming, so probably rain to follow, perhaps. But
It's that time of
um,
year.
Steve, tonight I'm wearing my Finch barbecue hat in honor of friend of the show and former guest Chris Finch. He and his wife Wendy officially opened their restaurant in downtown Garland, Texas. So they are crushing it. I'm super happy for them.
It's awesome.
What are you cooking this week, Steve?
This week we will be making some crab fries because someone has been telling me I need
You're
to make
God, man. Finally.
I know.
So I bought sirloin steak. So those are going to go in the air fryer at some point later on after I eat all the pork chops. And I also made pizza today. So when all that gets done, I'll pull out steaks and cook them in the air fryer with probably Brussels sprouts and roasted tomatoes or roasted potatoes, excuse me.
Yum.
Yeah. Crab fries. So what's the plan?
We'll make some actual fries. Normally I would cheat and just get them like that are the pre-made fries, but we got to do it all from scratch. You know, hand cut our fries, fry them, and dip them in like cornstarch, all the good stuff. Try to get them crispy. I'm not an expert at that one, so I'm gonna have to figure that one out. Do a little research. But topping, you look like you were gonna say something. What you got?
Yeah, I was just gonna recommend if you wanted to, like in the restaurants, we would do like a blanch in 200-degree oil or whatever, and then cool it down and then refry it. If you wanted to do kind of the home version without deep frying it, you could par bake the fries, or you could par bake the potatoes. If like you were making breakfast hash browns, essentially, you could bake them whole. You could cut your fries out, and then you could air fry them. I think that might get you there with like some Pam or like even that spray baking grease. Well, there's an idea. But yeah, with that little dusting of cornstarch, I think that would be, you could probably get your desired result without having to deep fry.
Yeah, I think you're right. But we're gonna have, you know what? Normally I would do like some sort of aioli, but I think we're just gonna have to go all out and make like a hollandaise sauce and use that as our aioli. Of course,
so like a crab hollandaise
and fries.
And like
so basically,
cheese fries.
I'm just gonna piss off my doctor and have some really bad cholesterol.
Well, one meal won't tank you. We'll be all right.
Yeah, I say that every week.
So I'm just envisioning like these beautiful fries you've made going into 2 piles on a sheet pan, like crab hollandaise and like Gruyere, and like under the broiler. Then you eat it with a fork. I don't know, dude. I'm just saying. Can I come over? I want to come over.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. Some caramelized onions. Whenever you said Gruyere, I was like, oh, caramelized onions. It all has to go together.
Yes.
Of course,
and
Old Bay. Onions and Old Bay and I don't know what else. The possibilities are endless.
What if you par baked the fries and marinated them in Zatarain's crab boil?
We could do that.
Or use it as a toss, like a seasoning or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Interesting. I can't wait to hear how it turns out.
I can't wait to see what happens too.
You could press a little bit of the easy button and make it home fries. It's just a thought. If you don't want to like kill yourself trying to make freaking French fries, I don't know. Right. Those are fries. You know me. I'll get out of extra work at any turn. So.
Right. People who subscribe to my channel, they deserve to know the truth. The truth is, I'm gonna cut corners and frozen.
Bought Ore-Ida fries. Shout out Ore-Ida.
They don't suck.
They don't suck. They don't suck. You can jazz them up. So, well, Steve, I can't wait to hear all about it. You have an amazing week, and thanks for talking to me about Casserole. I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.